What up, y'all? Smooth Miss Uncut here. They're so used, so the topic is me talking about, you know what I'm saying, like fucking immigration, not only immigration, but you know what I'm saying, sex trafficking, you know what I'm saying, and how it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to New York City, it's kind of getting fucked up by migrants. I'm not only saying the South American migrants, I'm talking about the European migrants. There are a lot of European migrants, but they don't record it, right? They saying, you know, like they pretty much say that they don't, you know, like they don't have any place to live. Every migrant is their value is 500,000 once they get here. They shouldn't be homeless. They have so many buildings here, they could have been put them in a fucking building. But the only issue that they're actually having right now is that, you know what I'm saying, like, because IRS statutes and shit like that within the shelter system, and like, you know what I'm saying, going through the fucking books and things like that nature, like, to actually separate, to actually have a foundation, not only a fucking foundation, I'm talking about a charity foundation, and be like, yo, there's nonprofit, yeah. Not only talking about a fucking shelter and shit like that. Like, these are people, just like Americans, we need that type of grant. We need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, our value definitely needs to go up. And we was pretty much sold out to Ukraine, but we just waiting for Ukraine to get back Russia their money. But besides all that shit, I could talk about all of that. We're gonna talk about all of that later. Like, that's some different ass shit. I'm just saying, y'all, how this shit is working right now and how I see it working, if you putting two and two together, and with sex trafficking and the migrants, mostly migrants don't even have to sell their ass. They worth, like, once they get here, like I said, they worth 500,000. They don't gotta be with no pimp, no nothing. They ain't gotta sell their ass. They ain't gotta do none of that shit. They don't even have to sit up there fucking ride these, what do you call these shits? They don't even have to get down with DoorDash, Uber Eats. They don't have to do none of those things. And I think this is another reason why that they sit up there and they trying to price gouge. You know what I'm saying? Like, number one, that's illegal. Price gouging is illegal within, you know what I'm saying, within any aspect when you go to the grocery store, when you know what I'm saying, within the real estate market, you know what I'm saying, because that's also within a discrimination too at the same time, because now, you know what I'm saying, even in the fucking real estate book, they say, yo, you're not even supposed to fucking discriminate. The whole district is supposed to do, the whole district of fucking Manhattan, Brooklyn, it's a borough, so within that district, it's supposed to be reevaluated. So now all of the houses are supposed to go down. And the person who set those rules for the housing market, for the houses, you know what I'm saying, for anything to go up like that and say, oh, yeah, not the interest rate, that motherfucker's supposed to be fired. This wasn't supposed to go on so long. What I was fighting for was totally different. I was fighting for, I'm gonna go back like kind of a little bit to the beginning for what the fuck I was fighting for, because there were people who actually thought that I wasn't fighting for anything at all, and I'm like, you really thought you wasn't fighting for nothing? But I found my source. So tell me what the fuck, so tell me what I wasn't fighting for. I knew what the fuck was going on, I just didn't know who was doing it to me. There's a difference. For somebody to actually think that you're stupid, you think that, you know what I'm saying, they think that you can't use your fucking brain, like it don't operate in your blood fucking vessels, your capillary system, and what the fuck, your endocrines and all this other shit don't work properly. You can't put shit the fuck together. You know what I'm saying? You can't do a 2 and 2. I'm happy to be 42. Most people, even even with a fucking higher education that got fucking master degrees and shit like that, they couldn't even figure out my situation. But they got master degrees and shit, and they quick to, I got a master degree in it. Motherfucker, I got a GED with some college in electrical engineering. I figured out my whole situation for a motherfucker that did this shit to me from out of state. Make it make sense. Only thing that I couldn't get, I want to get to him. Now, mind you, y'all, I know some people not used to the way I speak. I'm from New York City. I love who I am. I love how I talk. If you don't like it, it's not really my problem. I don't really give a fuck. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's my life, not yours. If you want your own life, you know what you need to do. Okay? We all know that shit is easy, right? It's easy to figure out. Like I said before, the knowledge was not, you know what I'm saying? Like, the knowledge wasn't put out there. I wasn't told within this, you know what I'm saying? Like, within this business transaction, some people couldn't even figure that shit the fuck out. And within this fucking business transaction, nobody's asking questions. Do she know what's going on? I'm a real fan of hers, not, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a fan of Nikki's, or I'm a fan of hers and not Nikki's, or I'm a fan of Nikki's and not hers. But does she even know that she's being used as a fucking pawn in the music industry? She doesn't have a contract within the industry, but she did make her own name independently without the fucking music industry that I never fucking needed in the first place. The music industry always needed me. Like, did she know? Nobody asked. Sometimes you gotta grow into yourself, you know? Sometimes you gotta grow into yourself and grow into the understanding of what's going on. If you like to remain dumb, that's not my problem. If you expected me to remain dumb, that's not my problem neither. I figured my shit out. Now I just gotta get to the other half of it. Because there's always another half of that shit. Or the other quarter of it, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like I always say, it happened to me and it happened to anybody else. Not saying I'm the only one that it actually happened to, but me speaking on my fucking personal situation, I'm on my live. So this could be good of use of, listening to me and the shit that I went through, and you know what I'm saying, like where all, you know what I'm saying, where some of my anger stems from, where some of my where some of my gladness stems from, where some of my, you know what I'm saying, like it's a lot of things, like where some of my emotions come from. Like, yo, yeah, I'm passionate, I have a real feeling from that. I just want y'all to know there's a lot of situations that I had to go through. I'm sure y'all did too, or sometimes people just don't. But I'm gonna get off my live. It's like 12:43. I want y'all to know that it's a beautiful thing when you find out the things that you need to find out. especially when you're being taken advantage of, and when somebody actually tells you that you don't know your worth, and when you know you did, it's like damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know my worth at one point. It's like, oh yeah, nah, that person is lost. I'm lost. I find out bits and pieces of little information at a time. That was the most beautiful part. But I'm like, damn, can I get chunks? But I guess I'm gonna have to take these pieces because I guess I couldn't handle it. It was an emotional thing. I'm like, damn, they was gonna sacrifice me and they was gonna eat me. And I know, like, in the music industry, like I said before, y'all already know, I read it to y'all, they like eating people and shit like that. They sacrifice people to, you know what I'm saying, they like to eat people. They cannibals and shit like that. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. And I didn't know that's how they do. I thought they just, you know what I'm saying, I thought they just eat the artist. I thought they just eat the musician or the actor and shit like that. But I didn't know they, you know what I'm saying, like, go outside of it. And I'm like, oh, that's what the, you know what I'm saying, like, that's what the babies are for. They go and eat the babies. They eat, you know what I'm saying, kids and all of that. And that's how they got, you know what I'm saying, the movie Get Out. And, you know what I'm saying, Charles Manson, he was in the music industry too, and he ate people. I was like, damn, that's a real thing. I don't want to, you know, like, I don't want to be a part of Hollywood. I was okay with being independent. It was a beautiful thing. So, yo, if you a kid on my live, a teenager, what have you, 20s, 30s, or what have you, just be careful. Don't sign up to no Hollywood contracts and shit, even though you might need, like, social media is way better. At least you could just stay off of that shit. You go to another, you know what I'm saying, like another social media site. You don't really own them nothing. Read your, you know what I'm saying, your policy. Because remember, this is a contract too. Social media is a contract too. So whatever the fuck you sign up for, like with Bigo, they say whatever, you know what I'm saying, like they're pretty much putting out there, they're trying to be like a YouTube when it come down to Bigo. They're saying that they really don't want to, you know, like they don't really want to pay you. You can sign up with them, but paying, you know what I'm saying, paying you is two totally different things. It's pretty much the same thing like Hollywood. So y'all, you know what I'm saying, like y'all gotta be real careful with that shit. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read that contract. You gotta read their policy of what they willing to do and what they not willing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's all within the same, but now you got Hollywood heads, you got people that's in Hollywood, producers, directors, managers, and agents, publicists, and now they watching people, and now they still trying to fucking control, you know what I'm saying, control something, especially when it comes down to the industry, entertainment industry, because that's their lingo, that's their go-to, that's their thing, that's what they, you know what I'm saying, that's what they do. And like, yo, if they could control it any way possible, they're like, shit, we don't have to pay this person. Like, they're lazy as fuck in Hollywood. Especially when it come down to the writers. Especially when it come down to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain departments of the industry when it come down to entertainment. They don't know how to get no other footage. They don't know how to get any other, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know how to come up with their own fucking ideas most of the time. It's just like, yo, just watch that person. We put that shit in the movie and we'll trick them and say, yeah, look, we're complimenting you. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, we stole your shit. We plagiarized your shit, but we gonna try to make this shit look good though. We gonna try to make millions of dollars off and thousands of dollars, whatever, how much this shit gonna come. We wanna get off of this, but we wanna make it seem like that we're really complimenting you, so you don't really, you know what I'm saying, try to take us to court and sue us and do all types of shit. But look, we're gonna put it in a complimentary fucking way. Yeah, that's what they did to me. That's what they did to me. They did exactly that. They was just like, nah, fuck that. We want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want to put some footage. Like, we was watching her. We always watch her 24/7. Whatever we can steal from there. And we want to try to make this shit look good. Like, she'll be happy with this. Like we want to make it seem like that she's our judge. While we steal her shit. And she lived fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we making a movie of her life. But she's going to be living in a shelter. And While we sit up here and we have, like their producers and directors live in a fucking mansion, or they have their families and things like that nature, and they're living happily. You know what I'm saying? Like, and why they fucking up everybody else's life, because it's not only mine. While they sit up there watching people in the hood and shit, they're like, yeah, like, you're just gonna make it seem like it's a compliment, but we're really getting paid off of them. Yeah. That's how they fucking think. Y'all really want to know how they fucking think? They want to play you like you stupid. They want to try to finesse the fuck out of you. Think Hollywood don't finesse you for shit. They've been finessing their own actors. They finesse their own musicians. You always hear about Johnny Depp. You always hear about the actors. You know what I'm saying? You always hear about Black Rob. You know what I'm saying? You always hear about those type of actors. Marilyn Monroe, she killed herself because she didn't know what the fuck to do. Make this shit look good. We're going to use their name and everything. I'm like, oh my God, there goes my name. How much they pay you though? I don't want to see my name on nothing until I get fucked. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And don't get me wrong. I know you always get the musicians. You shouldn't wanna, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't wanna get paid first. And you should just, you know what I'm saying, go a whole lifetime, 2 to 3, 4, 5 years without getting paid. Maybe you'll get paid on the 6th, 7th, or 8th year. Do this for like a whole decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, do this shit your whole life, and you should just want to do it for free. When I work for Accessoride with, you know what I'm saying, with people that's disabled, handicapped, or the elderly, I was getting paid. I wasn't doing that shit for free. When I was doing cab work, I never gave anybody free ride because the gas was coming out my pocket. And if I was to get in an accident, she didn't even know I had insurance. Still, I gotta sit up there. I gotta recover my fucking self. When I used to work security, I got paid too. Because why? Because if I was to get fucking injured, I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had health insurance, but I didn't have no fucking disability insurance and shit like that. And I lived in a fucking apartment, and I didn't pay no mortgage and shit like that. I couldn't pay the fucking house off that I want to, because why? My mother didn't even want to see me with a fucking house. I did bartending, hoping I didn't have to fucking break up no type of fights. But I got paid for all of the jobs that I just fucking mentioned. I don't want to see anybody come to me or even look at me like I'm fucking crazy, or, you know what I'm saying? Why would you want to get paid off of the music industry? Because that's what the fuck they supposed to do. Don't run a fraudulent business. Don't have fraudulent fucking business practices, or don't mention my name saying I work for you. Because now Black Tiger, since he says I work for him, understand where this shit could go, just like what happened to Cassie. Understand where this shit could go when P. Diddy said that Cassie actually worked for him. So we know that he's a business mogul. He's a music mogul. So if she worked for him, that means that she was an employee, meaning that she's missing fucking wages. Meaning that if Black Tiger said that he had a fucking music business, that means that I was an employee, wasn't I? So aren't I missing wages? You see where I'm going with this shit, y'all? It's not only the music industry that's an actual career or a fucking job. I was doing shit outside of what I was doing, but I wasn't getting paid. Why? Because I was going out to have fun. But since Black Tiger said that I was working for him, now that motherfucker owes me money, because he been fucking up my life the whole entire time. trying to isolate me and try to separate me from people, trying to get me to sign a fucking sex contract and over a business that he never owned. So what is he, a fucking pimp? Now y'all see where I'm going with this shit? Don't be tricked like today is Friday. I'm gonna tell y'all right now what the move was supposed to be. If all of this shit was still going on, you know what the big move was supposed to be? The whole plan was, oh yeah, nah, we still going against Melissa. Hi y'all, I'm Melissa. My name isn't Onika. My name isn't, I don't go by the name of Nicki Minaj. It's fucking Miss Uncut Smooth. This is how when it went down today, because it's Friday, just like next Friday or the next Friday after that, right? Not the movie, my actual fucking life. This is how it's supposed to go. So wake up, it's Friday, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the moving. This is Black Tiger. Turn up, as anybody else turn up. Don't get me wrong. Most people want to turn up on Friday. Some people don't. That's just their lifestyle. They rather be, you know what I'm saying, chilling, what have you. And, you know what I'm saying, then you got the boring ones and shit like that at the same time. People who deem them as boring. It's not boring to them. Fine. As long as they not focused on me, I don't give a fuck. As long as they got something else in play for their own life and they not fixated on, I gotta dumb her like that. This is Black Tiger. The whole entire time. This shit is pathetic. Every fucking Friday. He get up with my ex. Yo, turn up. It's turn up time. This, down, the third, whatever. Like it's a fucking job. Like it's your it's your job to turn up on a Friday. You gotta spend your money. If Black Tiger from Bigo wanna see me down without money, what makes you think he didn't want to see you down? I dated somebody like that. His name was Vincent. He didn't mind people fucking losing money. Long as you don't have more than him, he was good. Black Tiger was the same way. So this is how they connected. This is how a relationship was born and, you know what I'm saying, born and filled within. Long as I'ma fuck all of this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that nobody have shit. And they can say, like, he's a sexual predator. He sent me a fucking contract for, you know what I'm saying, to be a fucking, a submissive brat. And if y'all if y'all see what this shit contain of, you have to address me as king. This is what the contract said. You got to do whatever I say do, but you can modify it if you want to. Like, he really wanted me to just control the situation between him and I. That's all that shit had anything to do about. So since today is Friday, this would have been his day. You know what I'm saying? To clown. That's it. Like, it would have been a day for him to clown. That's all it would have been done for him. He was like, oh yeah, it's Friday. Yo, it would have been like for him direct. Only y'all get to work. Only, like, even though y'all partying, he still look at you as a fucking employee. Now people looking at me like, oh, you killed this whole thing. Oh, wait. Did I just kill slavery? Did I just kill like a whole, you know what I'm saying? Did I just kill a whole curse? For somebody to actually think that every Friday that you have to sit up there and fucking party, get drunk and get high all the fucking time. And he thinking that you his fucking employee. I'm not okay with somebody just thinking I'm their employee without paying me. Yeah, come on, spend your money. Yeah, spend your money. I love to see you scrump and scrounge while you sit up there and you arguing with your female or you arguing with your man and shit like, nigga, you ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. This, down, the third. Have you noticed while all of this shit was going down, how prices was just going up while everybody is just like, mind you, when I was a kid, right? I want to put this out there before I end my live because it's almost 1 o'clock. When I was a kid, I was told, you know what I'm saying, like, pretty much you do what, even though I didn't come from the richest of the fucking rich family, I came from the projects, like, yo, you don't flaunt. I was in the project. You don't, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't flaunt as much and you don't just announce it. Why? Because they said it could drive up prices. So while everybody was just like, oh, you a broke ass nigga, da 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 da, I'm like, You ain't got no money. And then here goes the guys. You ain't, bitch, you broke. Da, 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 da. You gotta depend on me. You codependent. I'm like, no. No. The whole time, when I was a kid, they said, don't do it. That shit drives up prices. Why? Because while you have people who actually, they look for shit like that. Black Tiger is one of them. Oh, word, you got money to spend? I'm gonna make you spend your money. Y'all remember when all of those fucking songs came out? Remember when all those songs came out? Oh, I'm gonna make sure that they lose their house. I'm gonna make sure that they lose their money. Remember all those songs? Remember, there was even a fucking pop song. A pop song that I forgot the name of that shit. And I forgot how it go. I think it goes like, oh yeah, I think it breaks your heart. Something, something, something in a broke down car, yeah. Some shit like that. And I can't stop. Y'all know wordplay is a spell. Did we forget that shit? And I can't stop raising the fucking prices. So while they snuck there, they singing this shit. I can't stop. And you live like, and I know it breaks your heart living in a hotel in a fucking broke down bar or some shit like that, and they teasing each other. They want to be together. They both exes, and they want to be together. Do you know music is the formulation? It formulates certain things within your life when you sing that shit. And if the whole world is singing that shit, it's certain things that could fucking manifest into action. Like driving up prices. You can't, like, I know you can't afford in a broke down, like, I know you're in a broke down bar and you living in a hotel and you can't afford that car or that fucking chain. I forgot how that song go. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm gonna try to pull that shit up right now. When I was a kid, I was told not to, you know what I'm saying, not to say no shit like that because that shit could fucking drive up prices and shit like that. I was wondering who fault would that be though? If I'm not singing it and nobody's noticing what's going on the fuck around them. They're like, yeah, like I'm getting rich and it's that. But you don't have to tell everybody that you're getting rich. Stop driving up fucking prices. You don't have to tell everybody that you're getting rich. You don't have to tell, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is in your fucking pocket. Please stop driving fucking prices up, y'all. God damn, I understand. You want to tease each other. I get it. Y'all do it for play sometimes. Can y'all not do that shit all the fucking time? That shit annoying as fuck. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, y'all appreciate to tap the screen. God damn. Cause this some bullshit.